This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Good evening, and you can tell by the sound of the bat, we're going to bring you Linton Miners softball tonight. The Miners hosting the Lady Lakers from Shakamak tonight. The Lakers coming in 1-9 and 1-1 in the conference. The Miners 2-1 in the conference and 4-6 overall. So both teams looking to get a victory here tonight in Linton. We're 78 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 2 miles an hour, gusts up to 6. Really, it's a perfect, beautiful, picture-perfect night. You can pick your sport, really, whether baseball, softball, tennis, whatever it is. It's a beautiful night. Or just going out for a walk and take us with you, and we'll bring you all the Linton Miner action for the night. Kevin Rader, Heather Rader, Greg Elliott on hand here to bring you the game tonight. Heather?
As Kevin mentioned, tonight the Linton Miners, are hosting the Shakamak Lakers, and we do have some other teams in action right now, so we'll go ahead and preview those quickly. Right now, our Linton Stockton tennis team, the Lady Miners, are currently at Brown County, and they're about an hour into their match. And then to our left, the middle school tennis team is underway as well. Our middle school track teams have traveled to Sullivan to take on a couple of teams there. So we wish all the minor teams the best of luck tonight, and we'll provide updates if we are fortunate enough to get any kind of scores throughout the evening. Kevin?
Greg, we'll turn that over to you a little bit with the Shakamak Lakers. We understand you have some knowledge of the coach.
Yeah, Rusty and I have coached together since Rusty Ewers. Yep, coached since we had our young kids in rec league. This is his first year on the varsity level, but he's an experienced coach on it, and good coach. A lot of these kids have played with each other and against each other since they were little girls. So not only is it a conference game, but there's a little bit of personal thing there when you're always playing against kids you know that you want to win. So it should be a good ball game tonight.
Bring us up to date a little bit on how the Miners have fared since we last saw them.
Yeah, so we went 3-1 last week. Overall, had had 2 conference wins, had a nice win over Northview here at home. So you like that overall. We had a good week. Friday night they struggled down at North Davies, got beat 6-0 there. Had 10 hits, but just didn't get anything put together to put a rally together and score some runs. So hoping tonight to see some adjustments here and to try to string some things together. We're running, close here to the end of the season. It's sectional draw on Sunday, and we're not too far away from that time of the year.
I think one of the things at least I always look at is obviously strikeouts, hits, and errors. How are we faring in those areas?
I think, overall, from an error standpoint and a pitching standpoint, we've been really pretty solid all year long. We haven't had a lot of errors. Claire has pitched really well here the last 6 or 7 ball games. Last week she had a really good week, double-digit strikeouts in 4 games, I believe. So she's done well. We're playing plenty good enough to have ourselves in games, but we've got to score runs.
Well, and we talked about this on the air the last game against White River Valley that we did see here, where the Miners got the base runners, but probably stranded 6 or 7 throughout the night.
Yeah, we just,
Once was bases loaded.
Yeah, it's really a mentality of understanding when you step up into the box there what your job is, and it's kind of hard sometimes. You're in a cage, you're hitting ball, the coach is throwing the ball, and unless it's bouncing on the ground or up over your head, you're swinging at it, and so from a mental approach, it's different. When they step out here, they've got to be able to adjust to what we're seeing, and that's been the struggle with this group all year long, that they've just not put it together. They're plenty capable of it. They're good hitters. They're just not making that adjustment right now, and that switch could get turned on at any point, and if it does, it's going to be fun. But we've just not getting it done right now.
This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame. Shakamak Lakers against the Linton Miners in softball tonight. Why don't we take a break here? This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
I know it's been a really rainy spring so far, so that's kind of put a damper on the beginning of our spring sports season. But I just want to wish all of our athletes in all of our spring sports good luck as we go through. Hopefully the weather will hold out and you'll be able to get all of your contests in. And as always, we want to make sure that you understand that we support minor athletics, and good luck.
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. And as mentioned earlier, we are in the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. Call Ross and his friendly staff at Jordan and Vaught, whether it be for home, auto, or life insurance needs. His staff will treat you like family, making sure you are covered. Call 812-384-3535 today. I think it will be a really good opportunity for us to really quickly here show you some of our camera angles that you will be seeing tonight. There are 7 different views, and I'm going to just flip through them here quickly for you so we can follow the action as it happens. We also like to mention that we want to say thank you to those that are watching on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network, as well as Facebook Live. And if you are watching Facebook Live, let us know that you're watching, and feel free to give a shout out to your favorite player, coach, or manager on the team so they're able to see this information a little bit later this evening. We also want to remind you, too, that this game will only be up until tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, and this is due to the coach's wishes to have the games archived after 24 hours. And then at the end of the season, they will be made available for public view. And so for those of you that are keeping to ask, like, why can't we see the WRV game or North Knox or Mitchell? We put this on every post that we share on our Facebook page, as well as what you're watching right now, that it will go into the archives, and that is why. Also, I'd like to also mention, too, that we're getting a number of questions why we're not covering tennis or golf or track. And why aren't we going on the road with the Lady Miners or the baseball team? And Kevin, you want to answer this question?
Well, a lot of times we're not allowed.
Correct.
And we have also decided that we would do the home schedule. Now, the thing I don't think a lot of people realize is when we initially put in the bid to do these, baseball and softball were not even included.
Along with volleyball.
Along with volleyball, but we decided to make the effort to try to make those happen. And believe me, each time it's been a challenge, like with baseball and softball. How do you get the cameras out? Greg Elliott's been a big help, along with other people at the school and the like, to help us in order to make this happen. So it's more than just a one-camera shot where you can't see the entire field. But each bring a different challenge. Sometimes there's places to go, like South Knox, you can't even get a signal out.
Correct.
So there's no point really going there. And there are other challenges. And again, this is our first year. So give us a chance to walk before we can run. You never know what we might be able to do in the future. But right now, what we decided to do is focus on what we can do. And that's what we're doing. Greg, do you want to add anything?
No, I think, I'll just say this. You two have done a great job with not only focusing and promoting our athletes, but our students in general. And I know from my perspective and several that I've talked to, we certainly appreciate the efforts that you guys have done putting into promoting Linton Stockton. So thank you for that. And again, it's easier to look at something like softball or football, baseball, where everything's kind of fixed. Tennis is moving, golf is moving. there's a lot of things
track and field.
Right. It's a little more of a production on those sports to be able to do that. But I'm sure if there's a way
we do post the results.
You do,
and
great.
The coaches, we've asked every coach of every sport that we have in spring sports as well as winter and fall, is to give us results so we can post them and be able to give shout outs to anyone that hits a home run or makes a personal best in a contest. And some coaches are great to be able to share stuff with us, and some are busy and maybe it just slips their mind. But we are covering, for those of you that are watching, we are covering this week's Grand March, so we're going to be live streaming that, and that will stay up indefinitely. So that's not going to go.
Forward to that.
That's not going to go into the archives right after the prom is over. So that will be. We will also be covering 8th grade graduation, as well as high school graduation. So those are 3 events that we're not going to have sponsors for. That you and I, Kevin, are just going to go and do on our own, and we're very excited about that.
We're going to have help on the announcing part, I hope.
On some of those, yes.
Yeah.
And then we also should mention that these broadcasts that you're seeing in the softball and baseball are made possible by those sponsors that wanted to have their business or their name sponsored. And we're very thankful for those that have continued on from maybe fall and winter and they've progressed into spring, or for those that have decided, hey, I want to give spring a shot and be able to see how it goes, and then hopefully transition into the fall as well. And because of these sponsors, the viewing for you at home is free to view. So you're not having to pay for this, and we're very thankful for that, to be able to offer this to you at no charge. We know we've got some people watching right now in California. I know every broadcast that happens, my dad is sitting there with the phone watching it. And the nice thing about it, Kevin, in here in a few months, he's going to be actually with us every single game we have. So well,
he may not actually be right with us, but he'll be in town, and he'll be a Miner fan.
Yes. So we're gonna make him a Linton Miner. So we're pretty excited about that. But
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You brought up IHSAA, and I hate to throw such a huge topic out, but we got some new sectional pairings in all sports. Kind of some interesting stuff there, Greg.
Yeah, and I don't have the draw in front of me, but I know, for Linton, they've got, got a draw, got a bye game, which I think everybody's probably thankful for. But you got Sullivan sitting there, who's hands down the favorite in that sectional. Our sectional is really good. South Knox has improved, North Knox has improved. So you're looking at a lot to do there. So in the top part of the bracket, we've got Eastern Green and North Knox playing in game 1, and they'll play the winner of that game will play Mitchell, and then Sullivan and South Knox, which should be a good ball game. They play, and Linton will play the winner of that one. Sectionals are, hey, anything goes. It's a new season.
Well, that's why you were making a point earlier. It's anytime you can get hot. We're getting near the point where you want to be there.
Yeah, our team a couple years ago, we weren't playing very good, and we got hot the last probably 5 or 6 ball games, and then went over there and beat Sullivan in the championship. And nobody would have said that we were in place to beat them, but those girls got hot, they got confident, and they started believing in everything they were doing, and that's really all it takes. Sometimes teams get hot early in the season and then they taper off, and I'm not saying Sullivan will do that because they're really stacked and they're really well coached, but anybody in that sectional's got a chance.
Let's take a quick break here. This is the Jordan and Vaught Insurance pregame show. We should be. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Whether it's the classroom, the field, the stage, or the court, it's time for another production of Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners, on the Champions Network of the IHSAA.
Maddie Kinnett. Batting second, playing second, number 7, Jayma Ewers. Batting third, playing third, number 3, Madeline Hill. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 21, Abigail Gilbert. The fifth batter and the center fielder, number 22, Aona Clark. Batting 6, playing right field, number 13, Clara Barber. Batting 7th, the first baseman, number 2, Cameron Byrne. The 8th batter and the left fielder, number 15, Briley Wilson. And batting 9th, the pitcher, number 5, Adelise Varner. The Lakers are coached by Rusty Ewers. And now the lineup for the Linton Lady Miners. Batting first, the second baseman, number 14, Maylee Pilot. Batting second, playing center field, number 25, Addison McKee. Batting third, playing third, number 5, Brady Chambers. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 6, Piper Bland. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 20, Addie Ward. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 22, Abby McKee. Playing shortstop, batting seventh, number 7, Bella Franklin. The 8th batter and the right fielder, number 30, Olivia McKee. Batting ninth, number 11, Ashlyn Tatlock. And tonight's pitcher for the Miners, number 15, Claire Stanton. At this time, please stand and remove your caps as we play the Star Spangled Banner.
I'd like to thank Darrell Pilot for doing all of the announcing on those starters. We appreciate that as we get ready now for softball. And the first 3 batters we should see, 1, 2, and 3 in the inning. Madeline Kennett, number 8, the shortstop, as the leadoff. Number 7, Jama Ewers is the second baseman. She's hitting second. And hitting third, number 3, Madeline Hill, the third baseman. So, looking at the Miners defensively in the outfield, it's Addie Ward in left field, Addison McKee in center, Olivia McKee at right field. Around the infield, Abby McKee at first, Maylee Pilot at second, shortstop Bella Franklin, third base Brady Chambers, and the battery of the night, pitcher Claire Stanton in catching, number 6, Piper Bland. Anything we should look for tonight specifically, Greg? You talked a little bit earlier about these girls from Shakamak can hit the ball.
Yeah, there's several players here with big bats and capable of hitting the ball. Kennett starting out has that kind of power as well as some speed, and then you look down through there, Cameron Byrne, Madeline Hill, they're all girls that can put the ball out of play. So
I remember you called that last week with Hannah Rogers, and boy, she showed up.
Yeah, hopefully these girls won't show up against the Miners tonight, but they're plenty capable.
But they are capable.
And, that's the thing about it is it's high school ball. These kids have played a lot of ball, and I would expect both teams to play pretty well tonight.
Well, it's always exciting. And again, you know, I kind of like, I don't know why I keep track of this, but a lot of people like to sit around the outfield along the fence. And at the start, we only got maybe from left field line to maybe the alley at left center. Then we got a little bit more, and now we're almost, really, there's some people at center field. You're darn near close. Here's some more people coming up with chairs. So I'm going to say, Greg, we've gone from the left field line to center field.
Well, left field's closer to the cars whenever it's a little colder.
Is that,
So
is that it?
it's a nice night, so we'll move on away.
Oh, it's a
little bit
beautiful
from it.
night.
So,
Madeline Kennett will lead off, number 8. The shortstop, as she is a sophomore, stepping in on the right-hand side.
one thing tonight, we might see a little more small ball than what we're used to seeing. Rusty does like to bunt, so it'd be interesting to see how that plays out tonight and how we handle it.
Yeah, the first pitch by Claire Stanton is uncharacteristically in the dirt. So 0-1, or 1-0 the count, Kevin. Here we go. As a windup of the pitch. Here's a cold strike to even it up at 1-1.
That's a good start there, Claire. Come with a changeup and just missed it on first pitch. She come back outside with that screw, and it's catching that front corner. He's going to give her that. That's going to be huge for her tonight.
Here's the left-hander pitch. Ooh, just a little bit outside. 2-1. Again, Ewers on deck. Can hear the chanting going on. Always love that, part of the nat sound of softball. Here's a windup in the lefty delivery. Wrap down the left field line. It's got to be extra bases all the way to the fence. Kennett wraps around first base, goes to second. She has a stand-up double. She had that one nailed the whole way, Greg.
Yeah, that was inside pitch, a little bit up in the zone, and she absolutely crushed that. So that was a nice hit.
Jamie Ewers, the second baseman, stepping in now, number 7. Madeline Hill, third baseman, on deck. So Shakamak showing some power right off the start, and there's that fake bunt Greg was talking about. Might be flirting with that a little bit. That's a strike one there. See if they may be trying to advance the base runner here.
I would say they'll put it down. You got no outs here. You get a chance to move that girl over to third. She's
Ewers digs in
scoring range for a hit or a pass ball.
Yeah, Claire Stanton's pitch fouled back. That puts Ewers in the hole at 0-2. She digs back in. Right-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher. There's the windup by Stanton and the delivery. There's the bunt laid down perfectly. Covered by the first baseman and covered by Pilot at the bag. And that's out number 1, but the runner, as Greg pointed out, advanced to third.
It's a nice bunt there.
Basically a fielder's choice there.
It was, but here's the thing about it. You don't see that a lot, and he's not afraid to do it. That's why we have to be on our guard. 2 strikes. You don't typically see a team bunting on 2 strikes.
Good point.
And they will put it down.
Madeline Hill stepping in. Here's the windup and the delivery. Called strike on that outside corner. Greg was talking about that earlier. Kennett just eyeing that home plate from third. There's the Shakamak Lakers trying to strike early here in the top of the first. Here's the windup. Strike 2, yeah, he is very lenient on that outside corner.
Claire needs to live out there until they take it away.
0-2 the count. Hill digging in. The pitch popped up on the infield. They can't get to it. It's going to be a fair ball.
Touched her when it spun back.
It spun all the way back. It landed about halfway between the pitcher's mound and home plate, and it looked like it was just going to be in play. But then, as Greg pointed out, once it hit the ground, it spun backward into foul territory. But who knew, and nobody could find it.
Yeah, hit Piper's, inside of Piper's shin guard there just a little bit whenever it spun back.
There's a swing and a miss by Gilbert. There's the runner. Ewers going to second.
That's Hill.
No, it's Hill.
Yep.
That's right. There's an out on there. Hill to second. Kennett at third. Gilbert. Abigail Gilbert into the play.
Gilbert's another one that has a lot of power as well. So not a good spot for us to be in here to start the game.
1-1 the count. Ayanna Clark. Center fielders on deck. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Puts her down to the count 1-2. But so far here in this first inning, we've seen that doesn't really matter, does it?
No, we've had a couple chances here.
One out, 2 runners in scoring position. Oh my, I thought that might have been strike 3. It was not. It's a ball. 2-2 the count now to Gilbert. Abigail, a senior, trying to deliver. There's a ball fouled up down the first baseline. They've got the ball there. There's the throw to the catcher, and it's way over her head. The runners advance. 1 run scores. The second runner goes to third. So there are 2 outs, but Kennett scores from third.
It's a throwing error there. Made a good out on the catch there, but of course it's live. Missed her cutoff there on the home. Allowed that run to come in. Got a runner on third now. 2 outs.
There's a ball hit high. Could drop. It's going to drop in foul territory down the first base line. Puts it 0-1 the count on Clark. Ayanna Clark. Claire Barber. Is that right?
Clara
Barber. Thank you. The right fielder is on deck. Clark digs in down to the count 0-1. But they've got a runner in scoring position at third. Oh my, I thought that was the strike. It was not.
A little bit low.
He didn't give her the corner on that one. 1-1. Or, yeah, if it was low. Shakamak Lakers on top early, 1-0. Still threatening here with 2 outs. There's the ball high and outside. 2-1. Beautiful night for softball tonight. Not too late to come down and join us here, the home game. Here's a ball popped up into foul territory down the first baseline, out of play. 2-2. Clark digs in with 2 outs. Fouled back, hanging tough. She's a sophomore. And Greg, we're getting to the middle of the lineup, but we're still hanging tough here.
Yep, absolutely. Just fouling off everything.
Here's a left-handed delivery. Fouled back again. Good battle going on here with a 2-2 count, 2 outs. 1 run already in. The Lakers have another run. A runner at third base, a threat. Claire Stanton trying to concentrate on the batter at the plate. There's a called strike 3. Got her looking.
Walton Funeral Service strikeout.
And so at the end of the first half inning, it's 1-0 Lakers as we go to the break. This is Rader Media Sports on the Team Ortho scoreboard, home of the Miners.
Midwest Satellite in Linton provides Dish Network starting at $84.99 a month. Mike also has T-Mobile home internet for $60 a month with debit card auto pay. Call or text Mike Morin at 812-847-8848. Call Mike. He'll treat you right.
Coming back now here, let's set the defense for you for the Shakamak Lakers. Let's look in the outfield first. In right field is Clara Barber. In center field is Ayanna Clark. In left field is Briley Wilson. In the infield, starting at first base, is Cameron Byrne. At second base is Jama Ewers. At third base is Madeline Hill. And at shortstop is Madeline Kennett. Now, looking at the battery, it's Adelise Varner is the pitcher, and the catcher is Abigail Gilbert. Now looking at the minors, who will we see at the top of the lineup? It's, of course, batters 1, 2, and 3. Maley Pylant, Addie McKee, and Brady Chambers. We're down 1-0. Not what we really wanted to see coming down in that first inning, Greg.
No, it wasn't. We got out of there with just 1 run damage, so we dodged a little bit of a bullet there. Let's see how the minors adjust. Again, we got a slower speed pitcher here. We're going to have to make some adjustments on it.
Lead off for the minors in the bottom of the first, the second baseman, number 14, Maley Pylant.
So he's, of course, talking about Adelise Varner, number 5, stepping in here. She's a sophomore pitcher. A right-hander standing in. Pylant gets it off the handle of the bat, goes right back to the pitcher, and there's out number 1.
Coming to the plate, the center fielder, number 25.
That almost looked like more of a defensive mechanism than a swing.
Yeah, it got jammed up a little bit.
Addie McKee, center fielder, stepping in. Chambers on deck. Miners down 1-0. We're just in the bottom of the first. There's a nice rip down the third baseline, but a good glove and throw, and it's out number 2. Unassisted there. They made a nice play by the third baseman, Madeline Hill.
Number 5, Brady Chambers.
So 2 up, 2 down. Brady Chambers steps in. Piper Bland on deck. Miners trailing 1-0. There's a ball high. Good eye. That was one of those that looked like it. Something she might be able to do something with, but she was smart to lay off that one, Craig.
Yeah, we need to see some pitches. That's only the third pitch of this inning.
There's a foul ball. 1-1. They count to Brady. Miners find themselves in a hole early here, down 1-0. Craig had pointed out the Lady Lakers like to swing the bat, and they proved that in top of the inning. Here's a ball high. 2-1 the count now. Chambers. Here's a ball low and in the dirt. That puts it at 3-1 on Brady Chambers. Varner, the sophomore right-hander. Eyes and pitches inside, ball 4, and got the tying run at first base. First walk of the night, and Greg, you pointed out, you have to make the pitcher work for it.
We can't be chasing stuff out of the zone or anything like that, and Brady did a good job of just being disciplined up there and not chasing something just because, a little slower speed. You got a little time to think about it. Sometimes it's a little easy to jump on something that's not necessarily the pitcher hunting up there.
Piper Bland takes a ball outside. Addie Ward is on deck. Miners trailing 1-0, but they have the tying run now, at least at first base, but there's 2 outs, bottom of the first. Adelise Varner. The pitch, there's a ball hit right over second base into the center field. So now runners at first and second. Chambers at second, Bland with a single at first, and brings up Addie Ward, a real dangerous hitter here with 2 runners on.
Piper's been coming into her own here, settling in. Had some really good at-bats the last 3 or 4 or 5 ball games here.
Varner's pitch. Looked good, but it was ball.
Little high.
That's one of those that could really tempt the hitter, but Addie did not bite on it.
Certainly not the one you want to jump on first pitch.
Miners threatening here with 2 outs. Ball hit out of play. One and one with 2 outs, bottom of the first. Miners trailing 1-0, but they have 2 runners on here with 2 outs. Trying to at least tie this up or possibly go ahead. Addie takes a called strike there. 1-2 the count. Ball high and outside. Two and two to Addie Ward. Abby McKee on deck.
Good eye.
There's a ball high. That was a temptation pitch there, but she did not bite. 3-2. Steps in now, 2 outs. Full count at 3-2, and runners at first and second. Annalise Varner with a pitch.
Nice.
Wrapped to the right
That's in the
field
gap.
alley, and it might be. It hits the top of the fence. It's extra bases. 1 run is in. A second run is coming, and now they slides into third, and she's going to be out there, but not until 2 runs come home. Chambers scores from second. Bland scores from first, and Ward is thrown out at third. But what a great comeback in that inning. Scored that one 9-5. A Dolly Parton out there. So we've got 2 runs in for the Miners with nobody left on base. And on the Team Ortho scoreboard, it's 2-1 Miners over the Lakers from Shakamak. We'll be back with the second inning in a minute. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Greene County General Hospital, where compassion meets excellence. With 2 5-star ratings, our dedicated team of doctors, nurses, and staff have worked tirelessly to provide top-notch care. We're not just among the best in Indiana, we're among the top hospitals in the entire country. So when it comes to healthcare, choose Greene County General Hospital. State-of-the-art facilities, patient-centered approach, our family caring for yours.
So it's 2-1 on the Team Ortho scoreboard. And boy, the Miners come back and do some damage, Greg. At first they get 2 outs. Doesn't look like anything's happening on, what, two pitches?
Yeah, 2 pitches.
And then all of a sudden things come alive when they become more patient at the plate.
Yeah, Brady did a good job starting that off. Didn't chase anything out of it. Drew a walk. Piper come up and drills one down the middle. And then Addie just had she had an opportunity there to kind of chase some pitches, and she didn't. She worked that count back to a full count and got a pitch she loved and
started it off.
Short hopped it in the right center gap, and those are the kind of things you want to see these girls do, to just make those adjustments and be patient. We're still hunting the pitches that we want to drive.
I'll tell you, for a minute I thought Addie Ward's hit may have been out of here. It was close. There's a swing and a miss to our leadoff batter here, Clara Barber. She's our 6th, 7th, we're at 6th, 7th, and 8th hitters in the lineup. Barber digs in here now. Number 13, Cameron Byrne is on deck. The first baseman. Boy, nice fast pitch. Swing and a miss by Barber. She's down to the count 0-2. But this is where the Lakers seem to do a lot of their damage. Swing. Fouled back. You know, we have not had one go right into the camera yet. I keep thinking that's going to happen.
Well, it is now. You just jinxed it, right? So, isn't that how it works?
Thanks, Kevin.
This kid's never missed a free throw in his life. Clang. Happens every time.
Yeah, here's the 0-2 count. Oh, my. She got hit on the helmet. Thank heaven it was with the helmet. Clara's okay. Clara Barber going to first base on the hit pitch. And that puts the leadoff runner on for the Shakamak Lakers and brings up Cameron Byrne, the 7th hitter of the lineup, with Briley Wilson on deck. 2-1 Miners, and Lakers have the tying run at first. Stanton's left-handed delivery. Show a bunt, foul it back to the backstop. 0-1 the count. There's the ball just a little bit outside. 1-1 the count. Nobody out, one runner on. You know, I look at center field, and there's the bunt laid down perfectly, but it's picked up by Chambers. Fires to second to go for the double play.
Oh, wow.
They turn them both. Double play.
That was a phenomenal defensive play there.
Chambers to Franklin to Abby McKee. What a turn of events there. So 5-6-3, double play.
Don't see that very often.
So that clears the bases. No threat there. And, you know, I have to admit, I think that gave us a little example of Bella Franklin's arm.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a close nip and tuck throw.
Abby did, or no, it was Maley over there, did a good job of stretching out and catching that as well. But, you know, Brady got in on the ball quick. She didn't hesitate, turned and looked, and then Bella was there. And, I mean, just to get the lead runner there, forget about the double play. Just to get that lead runner is huge, and then to be able to turn it to a double play is just don't see it very often in high school ball.
And a head-up play by Brady Chambers to fire that ball to look for second base and get the leadoff runner. And then for Maley to cover at first, it's fantastic, just all the way around. 2-1 the count here at the plate. 2 outs, ball outside. Puts it a 3-1 count here on Briley Wilson. Annalise Varner, the pitcher, is on deck. We're at hitter 8 and 9 now. The pitch, ball 4. Puts the runner on.
Coming to the plate, the pitcher, number 5, Annalise Varner.
Brings up the 9th hitter in the order. Annalise Varner, the pitcher. 1 run on, 2 outs. Varner, the right-hander. There's a pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a good pitch and a good swing. They just did not connect. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Claire Stanton. A left-hander digging in. It's fouled back by Varner. Again down to the count 0-2, but we've seen that time and again here in the first and second inning. The Team Ortho scoreboard is 2-1 Miners over the Lakers. Stanton's pitch. Again, fouled out of play down the first base line.
Varner's doing a good job here of just battling in there again.
They have shown some real tenacity at the plate, haven't they?
They will.
Swing and a miss for a strikeout. A Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home strikeout. That's the second of the night for Stanton, and it brings 3 up and 3 down thanks to a double play in that inning. So on the Team Ortho scoreboard, it's still Miners 2, Lakers 1 as we go to the bottom of the second. This is Raider Media Sports, home of the Miners.
I'm Brady Chambers. I've been playing softball for 12 years, and my favorite memory is beating Sullivan in the sectional championship.
Hi, I'm Adeline Ward. I've been playing softball for 14 years, and my favorite softball memory is beating Sullivan in the sectional my sophomore year.
Welcome back now as we go to the bottom of the second, and we're at hitters 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Abby McKee, Bella Franklin, and Olivia McKee will be facing Annalise Varner, the pitcher. Miners have a 1-run, 2-1 lead here in the bottom as we go now to the bottom of the second. By the way, in that outro, I did make a mistake. It wasn't 3 up. It was 4. It was Varner was the 4th hitter up in the inning and still the second strikeout. But I want to stand corrected on that. When the Lakers come back here in the Top of the third will be at the top of the lineup. Called that a strike. 0-1 the count on Abby McKee.
Miners have a little momentum after the way they ended the first inning at bat, and then defensively there, we'll see if we can keep building on this.
Varner. The pitch. Little inside. For a minute, I thought that might nick her shoulder, but it did not. It was just about that close. Varner. Another ball inside. 2-1. Miners with a slight 2-1 lead, trying to see if they can get some more here in the bottom of the second. Get a little more breathing room. Varner eyes, pitch, ball high. Abby making her work right here, making Varner work, and she's up in the count, 3-1.
We've had good at-bats here so far. We're not chasing pitches. We're looking for that one pitch to drive, and so far it's paid off for us.
Abby waiting. There's a ball in the dirt. It's ball 4. And we have a base runner on. Abby McKee has done her job as a leadoff hitter. She's on. Bella Franklin steps up. Olivia McKee on deck. Ball inside. I think they may have thought Abby McKee was going to go, but she was not. Bella digs back in, 1-0 the count.
Nice hit.
Ball wrapped right to the center fielder. There's the catch. No time to tag. The runner has to go back to first. Great hit, but it was right to the center fielder.
You take those hits all day long. She had to move about 10 feet out there to catch that ball, but it was a rope.
So Abby McKee remains at first base. Olivia McKee, the right fielder, steps in here. Ball a little high. Ashton Tatlock on deck. Ball outside.
That was a strike.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't see him. I missed it. 1-1 the count. 1 out. Bottom of the second. 2-1 Miners.
Just missing on those changeups.
That was close.
And hats off to our kids. They're just sitting back and not chasing those changeups.
2-1. Adelise Varner, the pitcher here for the Shakamak Lady Lakers. There's the ball wrapped foul down the third base line. 2-2 the count. And we saw a lot of new sectional pairings released for almost all sports this week. It's been kind of an interesting conversation around town. For football and the like. There's a ball high inside. Going to be some interesting rivalries develop, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's always when they have that 2-year cycle where they redraw based on attendance and classifications for success. And
McKee, swing and a miss, goes down to the strikeout. The runner goes to second. Great base running there.
It was.
By Abby McKee, who paid attention. There was a strikeout at home plate, and everybody was kind of caught up in that. And Abby darted to second, and it brings Ashlyn Tatlock to the plate, the 9th hitter in the lineup. But she has a runner in scoring position at second with 2 outs now. She steps in, and Adelise Varner digs in. That's a ball.
Ashlyn's been coming along here lately, and she's so quick, so she's got some speed. You get her on that that she can hurt you with as well.
And she's a junior. Ball low, good eye. She's up in the count, 2-0. And get back to the top of the lineup, you might be able to get some real damage done. Not that Ashlyn can't do it herself, but she's up 2-0 in the count right now. The pitch. Varner, swing and a miss. Got her on the inside there a little bit. Two to 1 Miners on the Team Ortho scoreboard. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Varner's delivery inside. Ball 3, Tatlock making her work for it. There's some of this when you make the pitcher go a lot of full counts, a lot of foul balls. Does that pay dividends later on in the game?
Later on in the game it does,
Swing fouled back by Tatlock. Count goes full, 3-2.
Student athletes in general, when they're playing sports, there's a lot on them from a study standpoint as well as practice and playing. But when you play a spring sport and everything's shoved into a short period of time, this time of year, the more games you're playing in a week.
There's a pop-up. It might drop. The right fielder trying to come up on it. She makes the play. Fantastic play by the right fielder, Barber, who dove at that ball and made the catch for the third and final out. What a great play.
That was a really good play. I didn't think she was going to get to it.
Now, I thought it was going to drop as well. So 1 runner left, no runner scored. So at the end of 2 complete, it's still 2-1 on the Team Ortho scoreboard. Miners by 1, but it will be Shakamak's turn when we return. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Tradition is so important in sports. Linton Sporting Goods has a 20-year tradition of offering Hoosiers the best in sports equipment and apparel. Dad got his letter jacket here, and now it's his son's turn. Mom brings her daughter in for volleyball, basketball, and softball gear. Sports just runs through the family, and so does Linton Sporting Goods. And don't forget, they offer custom screen printing and embroidery, all items, all sports, all the time. Linton Sporting Goods, Highway 54, where the winners shop.
We go to the top of the third inning. Hitters 1, 2, and 3. The top of the lineup for the Shakamak Lakers. Madeline Kennett will be leading off. She doubled and scored the last time she was up as the leadoff hitter in the first inning. So she is definitely a threat to do some damage here in the third with her bat alone. Ewers on deck. And then Madeline Hill, the 3 hitters to face. Claire Stanton here in the top of the third.
It's back to the top of the Lakers.
It always, or at least it seems, there's ever a time where you want to get to Claire. It seems like it's early in the game. She seems to find a rhythm as it progresses.
Yeah, she starts settling in, and oftentimes you really walk away thinking she got stronger. She was stronger at the end.
Here's a ball wrapped right down the third base line. Gets by Brady Chambers. And once again, she's on. This time, not a double, but a single for Madeline Kennett, who's just been hot tonight.
The second baseman, number 7, Jamie Ewers.
Kennett's a great hitter. Those two well-hit balls.
Greg, help me out again with her first name.
Jama
Ewers. Okay. Worrying about. There's a ball that gets by the catcher. The runner advances to scoring position at second, so Kennett is at second on the pass ball. Ewers is still at the plate. 1-0 the count there.
Should be a strike.
Oh, is it?
She swung at that, and yep.
Oh, he's got ball.
No, I can't believe he missed that. She swung at that ball.
So, Ewers digs back in. 1-0 the count. 1 runner on at second. There's the bunt. Laid down perfectly. Pilot covers at first base. And so, 3-4. And Ewers is out. Brings up Madeline Hill, the third baseman. With 1 out, Abigail Gilbert on deck. I think Hill got on. Didn't she get on with an error last time?
Yeah.
There's a ball hit high, drops right over Bella Franklin's shoulder. She was backing up trying to make the play, and it dropped on her. Not a lot she could do. It was a valiant effort. There's a run single on there. So a run scores, and we've got an RBI.
21, Abigail Gilbert.
Kennett scores from second. Hill at first with a single, and it brings up Abigail Gilbert, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Got a tie ball game now, 2-2. Ball high, gets by Piper Bland. Not a lot Piper could do about it. The runner advances now to second base, scoring position. 1-1 the count.
Close.
Looks like Claire Stanton getting ready to deliver here. Looks like she's kind of flexing her right hand. Did you notice that, Greg?
I didn't see that there. I'll watch.
In between. She's not now, but which is good. A 1-2 count now. One out, runner at second. Shakamak ties it up and threatening to take the lead here. 2-2. Clark on deck. The left-handed delivery, swing and a miss. A Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home strikeout, and a timely one at that. So there's now 2 outs and still a runner at second base. And it brings Ayanna Clark, center fielder, to the plate. Barber on deck. There's the pitch, ball low. The pitch, ball outside. 2-0. There's a ball hit to the shortstop. Bella Franklin fires up, gets the ball to first with a tag there. As Abby McKee had to come off the bag to make the catch, she did that and then tagged the runner for the out. But not until one run scores, one runner left, and it's now a 2-2 tie on the Team Ortho scoreboard as we go now to the bottom of the third. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
When you're really hungry, we all know the best thing to do is to keep it in the family. The Grill in Linton has been in the same family for 40 years. Friday and Saturday nights are also steak night from 3 to 7:30 p.m. So why not keep it in the family at the Grill in Linton?
Welcome back to Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners. And as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, Linton Stockton High School invites you to their Grand March this Saturday. Their theme is New York City. Doors will open at 4:45 on Saturday. It is free admission, and Grand March will start at 5:30. And Rader Media Sports will be covering the Grand March live.
So if you have family out of state that cannot make it, call them or let them know, send them an email that they'll still be able to watch and participate in a great family activity. If you're around here, of course, we encourage you to go. Pilot digs in here, takes a ball high. We're at the top of the order. Maley Pilot, Addie McKee, and Brady Chambers. Hitters 1, 2, and 3 here at the bottom of the third. 2-2 ball game. Pitch wrapped to the right.
Nope.
Right fielder, and she's going to make the catch. Again, it looked like it would drop, but it did not.
She's done a good job out there. That ball's got spin coming off of it, too. So
Next up, number 25, Addison McKee.
Maley with a nice hit. great connect, but it just went right to the right fielder. Addie McKee stepping in. Brady Chambers on deck. Ball high and outside. It's one of those, Greg, that we've seemingly seen too much of, where you get a great hit and it's right at somebody.
Yeah, we've had some good hits. That's how it goes sometimes. You just got to keep hitting them. They'll find the holes out there.
Addie fouls that off. One and one. One out. 2-2 score on the Team Ortho scoreboard. Adelise Varner with the pitch. Ball hit fair right down the third base line. And,
that's through.
And it goes
through
all the way to the corner. We're rounding second, headed for third. There's the throw. There's the slide. She's safe with a stand-up. Well, no, a slide and a triple. Addie McKee got all of that. And in fairness to the poor third baseman, she was really handcuffed there, Madeline Hill, because that ball was just by her almost lightning fast.
Well, she's sitting there playing at about 50 feet, and that ball was absolutely drilled. She made a good stab at it, just was past her. It was hot.
So 1 out, 1 runner in scoring position at third, and Brady Chambers steps in here and takes the ball high. Piper Bland on deck. We're getting right in the meat of the order. This is what you want with a runner in scoring position.
Yep.
Brady digs in. Adelise Varner, the sophomore, trying to get out of this jam. She's got 1 out already. There's an off-speed pitch that Brady fouls back. 1-1 the count. It's this wall right here. When I looked to the left, I thought, they're going to make a play on that. I'm glad you called that, Greg. That went all the way. Varner with a 1-1 pitch. Brady fouls it up, and the catcher couldn't find it. Otherwise, that might have been out number 2.
Throwing Brady inside. That's 2. Now she's fouled back. They've kind of handcuffed her a little bit. See how she adjusts.
Abigail Gilbert might have had a play on that ball, but she just lost it. 1-2 the count now on Brady. Chambers digs in. There's a ball. It's hit to the right alley. Right field alley. She's going to round at second. A runner comes in to score. She's going to go to third. There's the throw. Head first slide. A triple for Brady Chambers.
2 in a row. How about that?
How about that? 2 consecutive triples. You don't see that very often. Piper Bland comes in with 1 out and a runner in scoring position at third. There's a team meeting at the Hill. Might have a pitching change. We'll find out when we come back. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
When it comes to insurance, you can't afford to make a mistake. So go with the team at Jordan and Vaught Insurance for home, auto, and life needs. They'll make sure that you're protected. Call Ross or any of his friendly staff at Jordan and Vaught Insurance at 812-384-3535.
We do have a pitching change. Now in is number 15, Briley Wilson, a freshman who was playing on the left field, and that's where Varner is now headed, out to left field. But Briley Wilson digging in here. We'll watch here. She's a right-hander. But to go from Varner, a sophomore, to now a freshman.
Yeah, again, he's got a young staff there that can throw. But same type of situation we had against WRV the other night. Speed-wise, Wilson's about the same. She's going to spin it a little different, and we're going to have to adjust to it. So I think it starts with just, again, pitch selection and us staying patient up there looking for the pitch we drive. We've done a good job of that at this point tonight and need to continue it on.
Rusty Ewers, the head coach, making his second trip out to the Hill. I imagine the first one was for the pitching change. The second one, I got the feeling he's talking to the infield.
Yeah, second one, that's the freebie you get while they're warming up. So he's probably
get halfway back
Said
and you
some
think,
things
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
I needed to say one more thing.
So
Go back out to the hill. So here we go. Briley Wilson, number 15, the freshman, digging in here at the hill. Fast pitch. That's quite a contrast. Piper Bland steps in than what the Miners have been seeing. There's a pitch, low and inside. 1-1. Bland digs back in. Addie Ward on deck. 1-1 the count. Ball hit high, kind of a pop-up. Center fielder over to make the play. She does. The tag at third. The throw, not in time. Brady Chambers scores from third, so that's the second run. Strong stroke to center field.
Next up for the Miners, the left fielder, number 20, Addie Ward.
So a good sacrifice there.
yeah, Piper did her job there. I know she would have liked for that to get on the ground, but it wasn't. She just missed it a little bit. It probably could have got in the gap.
But Greg, the
she
base
did her
runners
job.
have all come home.
Yep,
That's the
she-
difference is what we've seen in some games.
Yep, she did her job. We didn't leave anybody out there. So
Nobody on the bags. So Miners jump up here with 2 runs in the bottom of the third to take a 4-2 lead. Wilson's pitch hit high. It's going to go right to this right center alley again. This time, oh my gosh, it's caught by the right fielder, but she got body blocked by the center fielder. They're both down, but they're going to be all right. And she hung on to the baseball for out number 3. Wow. What a play there. So 9, but that's out number 3.
Hit, another good hit there by Addie. But
And
boy,
another good play by the outfielder.
Yeah, it was. Boy, you sure hold your breath there because you don't want to see anybody getting hurt. And that's one of those 2 kids running.
2 runs in, no runner left on base. At the end of 3 complete, it's 4-2 Miners in the Team Ortho scoreboard.
E2 Custom Creations is a local laser engraving business focusing on personalized gifts like tumblers, hats, and awards. Whether you want a single or multiple items, they can handle your request. Have a unique idea for a business or a personal gift? Give them a call at 812-798-0174 or email them at e2customcreations812@gmail.com.
I wouldn't even. Yeah.
It's now 3 complete, 4-2 on the Team Ortho scoreboard. Boy, great night for softball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Miners showing some real muscle here at the plate.
Pretty well played game by both teams so far. So interesting to see how these next 4 innings go here.
We are at hitter 6, 7, and 8 in the Shakamak Laker lineup. Barber, Byrne, and then Wilson.
Tomorrow night, both the softball and baseball teams travel to Bar Reeve to face the Vikings tomorrow evening. So we wish those teams the best of luck.
It's interesting. We're going to see a lot of Bar Reeve, I think, for the next couple of years, Greg, in different sports, aren't we?
Yeah.
With the realignment?
For certain, I haven't seen the basketball, but certainly for volleyball, we're going to see them. And
Barber digs in, swing and a miss.
I did look at the football, just glanced at it there. I saw we dropped Southmouth out of it. They stayed up north, but we picked up North Posey, which was state runner-up last year, and they've got a heck of a program. So our sectional in football certainly is as strong as it's ever been, and probably one of the strongest in 2A in the South.
0-2 the count there to Barber.
And for those of you that are asking who those teams are that'll be in the sectional, we have all that information on our Facebook page.
Ball outside.
For volleyball, football, girls and boys basketball. Baseball and softball will be announced in August, and that'll be posted on our Facebook page after it's announced on August 27th.
Ball fouled back. Count idle at 1-2. Stanton. Claire Stanton with the ball outside. Good stop by Piper Bland, the catcher. 2-2. Cameron Byrne on deck. The Lakers trying to get something going here.
Just missing a little low.
There's a ball low. Takes the count full at 3-2. Lakers scored 1 in the first. Miners scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Lakers score 1 in the third. Miners scored 2 in the bottom of the third. So we are at 4-2. There's a ball outside. The leadoff runner is on, and you know that has almost been.
Next up for the Lakers, number 2, Kieran Byrd.
That's happened every inning, has it not? Yeah. In the first, Kennett got on with a double.
Yep.
In the second, Barber got on with a hit pitch. In the third, Kennett got on with a single. And now in the fourth, leadoff runner is on again. This time with a walk, and it brings up Cameron Byrne. 0-1 the count. Claire Stanton on the hill, a left-hander delivery. Ball outside.
It's that time in the evening here right now in the spring where if you look out on the field, shortstop, left field, third base, they're in the sun, still having to deal with glare. Everybody else is in pretty good shape with it. Just a little bit of an adjustment.
Ball
to
fouled
make.
back over the minor tower. Yeah, Bella Franklin and Brady Chambers have a direct shot of the sunlight in their eyes right now. The rest of the infield's in the shade. Claire Stanton digs in, 1-2 the count. Ball outside, gets past Piper Bland. The runner is going to go on to second. So they're in scoring position now with a 2-2 count at the plate. You know, one thing that's been kind of interesting, it really doesn't matter where you are in the order tonight. It seems like everybody's making some damage no matter where they are in the lineup.
Yeah, yep.
There's a ball, broken bat. The ball goes up and over Brady Chambers' head and falls.
Get the ball, it's a live ball. So
that bat flew all the way to third base. Brady Chambers was watching the bat and the ball. She missed the ball. It fell for a base hit.
So I've seen that happen a few times. That
clearly is an aluminum bat, isn't it?
No, it's a composite bat. And they are subject to breaking at times.
Well,
and
I guess so.
Brady's looking up, and she sees it at her feet coming in. You understand why she would take her eyes off of it just a little bit. But now, again, it's a live ball.
2 runners on, and we go to number 15, Briley Wilson, the left fielder, stepping up now, the number 8 hitter in the order. They're doing some damage here early. No out, 2 runners on. There's the ball, popped up.
2.
Caught by the catcher. Piper Bland makes the play for out number 1, and we go now to the 9th hitter in the order, Edelise Varner. Edelise will step in. But 2 base runners on for the Lakers. Come into the ball game 1-9 and 1-1 in the conference. But as we've seen record, they really don't matter.
No.
They're playing well. They're showing bunt. Piper Bland is able to stop that one. 1-0 the count. As Greg pointed out, we even saw a bunt on, with 2 outs tonight?
2 strikes, yep. She'll swing away here.
Swing and a miss. 1-1. Can hear somebody on the Laker bench saying, "You can do it, Addie." She steps in.
Be ready for a bunt again. There we go.
She's showing bunt. There it is. Chambers scoops it up. The throw to third is in time. They get the lead runner. Great play.
Great job getting the lead there.
Number 8, Maddie Kennett.
So
now we're going to need to be careful here because she is obviously
go to the top of the lineup. 2 runners on, and Madeline Kennett steps in. She's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, and she's scored twice. Swing and a miss. This is a good pairing here. One shot of the bat, and it gives her team a 1-run lead. 2 outs. Pitch outside. Ball. 1-1. Runner at first, runner at second. Madeline Hill at second. No, I'm sorry. Barber is at second. There's that one fouled back. Cameron Byrne is at first. 1-2 the count now on Kennett. Here the instructions coming from somewhere. Sit on the fastball and drive it. We'll see. Here's the 1-2 count. There's a fastball. No, it's low and in the dirt. She must have lost control of that one. Prematurely came out of her hand, I'd have to believe.
Yeah,
2-2 the count.
Trying to throw that changeup, just lost a little bit.
Kennett waits on the pitch. There it is. Ball right back to the pitcher. She's able to run it down. Can she make the throw in time? No. Everybody's safe. That ball just came to a stop right behind Stanton.
Yeah, she got her glove down enough to stop it, rolled away from her.
The second baseman, number 7, Jamie.
Unbelievable. So the bases are now loaded. Two outs, bases loaded, and we go to Jama Ewers. Outside, good stop by Piper Bland. Stanton. Again, kind of flexing her wrist a little bit on the left hand. There's a delivery high and inside. I'm kind of surprised she didn't let that. She dove out of the way. It was going to hit her. No doubt about that. It would have been a run in had she done that. But it's 2-0 the count now with 2 outs. Ball popped up, foul territory. First baseman over there, Abby McKee, makes the play unassisted. And so score that one. She makes number 3 on the foul ball in foul territory. So the Miners really dodge a bullet there as the Lakers strand 3, and it's still now, as we go now to the bottom of the 4th, 4-2 Miners on the Team Ortho scoreboard. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Correll's Gas of Linton has been locally owned and operated for 77 years. They offer residential and agricultural propane. They also fill all sizes of propane cylinders and motorhomes. Located on Highway 54 in Linton. Find them on Facebook at Correll's LP Gas or just call 812-847-4076.
Come back now to the bottom of the 4th. Now that is normally what might have happened to the Miners, stranding 3 runners at the end of the inning. That's a killer.
Yeah, got out of a jam there. Got lucky that Kennett didn't hurt us more right there. She hit the ball well. Claire just got her glove down enough to knock it down. And, even though we didn't get her out at first, we held her to a single. And then Claire gets a pop-up in the infield to get out of that inning. So dodged a bullet there. Now, again,
a big one.
We got to do something with it. So let's see what we can get done here this inning. Abby McKee's starting to lead off here for us, and got a walk the first time, but her bat's been hot, so hopefully she can get on and get us started.
It is 4-2 as we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning. As Greg pointed out, we're at hitters 6, 7, and 8 here. Abby McKee, Bella Franklin, and Olivia McKee. So Abby steps in after making that 3rd and final out to help the Miners dodge this bullet here. There's the pitch by Briley Wilson. Low and inside. Ball 1 to Abby. McKee. Briley playing catch with herself a little bit. There's a ball. Is that a ball on the outside corner?
Ball.
Yeah. 2-0. That was close. McKee digs back in. There's a called strike on that corner. 2-1 the count. The freshman Wilson, her pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. I think Abby was a little upset with herself on that one. But she digs back in here with a 2-2 count. Nobody out, nobody on. Ooh, ball inside. Full count, 3-2.
Just missed.
Ball outside.
Little low.
So, Abby McKee does her job. She gets on. Bella Franklin steps up. Now, Bella had a fly ball in inning number 2, but it was extremely well hit to center field.
Yeah, she crushed that one. See if she can.
She digs in here against a different pitcher. Facing Briley Wilson, the freshman, the right-hander. Ball low and inside. 1-0. Olivia McKee is on deck. Bella now up in the count, 1-0. Ball inside. There's another well-hit ball, but it's going to go foul, out of play. 2-1 the count. Boy, she's glued in. I mean, you can see it.
Yeah.
She is on the ball. Just a matter of.
It's a good cut on that one.
Yeah, it was. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss on that one. And that's going to be a Welch and Cornett. Nope, that's not. Sorry about that. That's now 2-2. Kevin, don't jinx anybody. Bella Franklin with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch by Wilson. There's a swing and a miss, and there's the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home strikeout.
Next to the plate, number 30, Livy McKee.
Abby McKee still at first. Olivia McKee, the right fielder, stepping up now. Ashlyn Tatlock on deck. Olivia struck out in the second inning. This will be her second time up tonight. Show and bunt. It goes foul.
I would have liked to have seen that one get down because they had nobody covering third. Abby could have got all the way to the 3 on that one.
Here's the 0-1 pitch by Briley Wilson. One runner on. Ball outside. I have to sing some praises here. I think Abigail Gilbert's doing a really good job behind the plate.
She is. She is.
Here's the pitch to Olivia McKee. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Runners going. There's the ball thrown. But, boy, they just get underneath the tag. And I mean just underneath the tag. Was a good throw to second base, but Abby was able to beat it out. So we have a runner now in scoring position. 1-2 the count, however, at the plate. On Olivia McKee with 1 out. Oop, there's the ball. Wild pitch gets around the catcher. Nothing she could do about that. Gilbert couldn't even get her glove on that one if she tried. The runner, Abby McKee, goes to third. Now it changes everything. We got a 2-2 count at the plate with a runner at third. 1 out. Olivia McKee digs in. There's the pitch. Ball low.
Good job blocking that by Gilbert, or that would have had a run through. She was in the dirt. She did a great job keeping it in front of her.
Yeah, Abigail Gilbert, a senior, putting in the yeoman work there behind the plate tonight for the Lady Lakers. There's a good pitch, good swing, but she goes down on a strike. Olivia McKee is the second Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home strike of this inning. Brings us up to hitter number 9 in the lineup, Ashlyn Tatlock, with one runner on at third base. Or do we? Yeah, it's still her, isn't it? Yeah. Number 11. She was just talking with Coach Werns a little bit down the third base line. She digs in.
Oh, my.
Called strike on the inside corner.
That was a miss, too. Catcher was set up outside, missed inside, and they got a strike out of it. That's when you like that. Those are good misses.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Miners trying really hard here not to strand this runner in scoring position. Abby McKee waiting at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Count idles at 0-2. You know, that outfield is now pretty much almost filled in out there, Greg, all the way.
Yep.
Left field line to the right field line. Here's the pitch. Ball hit down the third base line. What are they going to do? They're going to go to first, and they get the play. It was a good play by the third baseman. Score that one 5-3 for out number 3. So the Miners strand one, but it was a solid play by Madeline Hill there to end the inning. So the Miners strand one, and the score remains on the Team Ortho scoreboard 4-2 as we go to the top of the 5th. Miners in the lead. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
When it comes to real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Greene County native Corey Motter serves Greene, Owen, Monroe, and surrounding counties, so he knows all about your location. Reach out for a free market analysis to get to know the value of your home. Whether you're buying or selling, you'll want to close it with Corey.
Welcome back. We go to hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the Shakamak Laker lineup here as we go now to the top of the 5th inning. Miners lead it on the Team Ortho scoreboard 4-2, but Madeline Hill, Abigail Gilbert, and Ayana Clark will try to do something about it here in the top of the 5th. It's still Stanton on the hill. All the Miners crowd around her to show their support. Piper Bland maybe wanting a new softball. Her request is granted.
Thanks to those that are watching on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network and on Facebook Live. As a reminder, this broadcast is available to view till only 9 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, May 1st at 9 p.m.
And I want to remind you to stay with us at the end of the game for the Stanger Homes postgame show. Coach Werns normally comes up and fills us in on the highlights and the lowlights of the ball game. There's a ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count to Madeline Hill. There's the pitch. Just outside. 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That was close. It's going to be ball 3. Well, so far the trend is the leadoff runner has gotten on every inning for the Lakers. They're one pitch away from doing it again. There's a cold strike. 3-1 the count. Boy, what a luxury, Greg, when your leadoff runner happens to get on every inning.
Gives you a chance. It's all you want.
But we'll see here, 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. Do we have to? I know we've had one hit pitch, so there's that. There's a walk.
temperatures currently at 79 degrees with a north-northwest wind of only 1 mile per hour.
I was thinking Claire had more walks in this, but she's only had 2 walks, but then 1 hit pitch. Here's a great pitch, called strike on the outside corner on Gilbert. 0-1 the count, 1 runner on, nobody out for the Lakers. There's a ball fouled back, 0-2 now on Gilbert. The senior steps back in. Greg and I pointed out, I think she's just done yeoman work behind the plate tonight. Now she wants to do some other kind of work at the plate. Pops it up high, out of play over the tower. 0-2. Abigail Gilbert had a fly ball for an out, first time up tonight. Struck out in the third. And now has a 1-2 count facing her here in the top of the fifth. There's the pitch. Ball high. 2-2. Madeline Hills at first base. Abigail Gilbert with a 2-2 count on her at the plate. Stanton's pitch outside. A good glove there by Piper Bland. Puts it to another full count.
She's done a good job here working it back to full. Gilbert has, so see what happens here.
But they have done that all night long, haven't they? There's a pitch, a great pitch, popped up. Is it going to fall or going to run down on the left field? And a great catch there by Addie Ward. Boy, those sunglasses, she needed them on that play, didn't she?
That was right up looking into it.
Coming to the plate, number 22, Ayanna Clark.
So 1 out, 1 runner on, and we step up now as Ayanna Clark, the center fielder, number 22, steps in. She struck out in the first, grounded out in the third, and now up here again to face Claire Stanton in the fifth. Oh, called strike there. Stanton's pitch. Hit right to the shortstop. Franklin goes to second base. Pilot fires it to first.
Just a little late.
Not in time, but a great try. They turn 1 there. Get the lead runner. That's Hill.
Coming to the plate, number 13, Clara Barber.
6-4 out there.
Clark did a great job getting down the line. That's one of those that you're frustrated that you hit the ball there, but she didn't give up on it running out and
beat it out.
Throw. Yep.
Yeah. Here's a foul ball, fouled back by Barber. Claire Barber now stepping in, down 0-1 in the count. 2 outs now, 1 runner on. Miners lead by 2, 4-2 on the Team Ortho scoreboard, trying to keep it that way. Left-handed delivery, swing and a miss.
Took a little off that one.
0-2 the count. But this is where all night long where we've seen these batters for the Lakers battling back after being down in the count, getting it back to full. Not this time. There's a pop-up. It's going to go in foul territory on the right-hand side. And, a great try there to bring it in by Abby McKee. That was kind of a Willie Mays try there over the left shoulder. Yeah, when in foul territory, trying to run that down. That was a hard play to make. It was a valiant effort. 0-2 the count. Claire Barber, the right fielder, hits it right back to the pitcher, and she throws it to first for the unassisted out. So,
Kevin, we're going to keep it right here and kind of talk about what's coming up for the Miners tomorrow. Tomorrow, both baseball and softball will head to Bar Reeve to face the Bar Reeve Vikings. Also, the girls' varsity tennis will be in action at home against West Vigo. It's hard to kind of believe that tomorrow's first day of May. During the month of April, we've covered 10 different ball games between baseball and softball. And as proud as we are of that, we should have had 17, but 7 of those games were rained out.
Yeah.
So the schedule for May is quite challenging because we have a lot of games that are playing on the same day. But it's looking that we're going to be covering 13 games in May before we head into sectional. So it's going to be a very busy. And
so it'll be 20 games by the time
correct.
Before we even get to
And
tournament.
again, for the fact that we didn't even have these on our schedule.
Maley Pilot digging in. Yeah, point well taken, Heather. Here's a ball outside. We go now to the bottom of the fifth. Still 42 Miners trying to look for a little insurance possibilities here as Maley Pilot digs in.
Nice
There's a ball laced right up to center field, and the center fielder is right there. I mean, she has to take, 2 steps forward, and she's able to make the catch.
Well, that ball had a lot of backspin on it. It was rising as it went out there. She just about misplayed it. It looked like it was going to dive in front of her, and it just kept going. She had to reach up and grab it. But
boy,
nice
she has
play by her.
connected each time, but it just.
Yep.
Addie McKee digging in. What was Yogi's line? You got to hit it where they ain't.
Yep.
There's a ball in the dirt, low.
And, you keep hitting balls hard like that, they'll eventually be there too.
Yep. Ball out. Oh, no strike. Whoa, Kevin. I'm guilty of that so many times. 1-1 the count. 1 out. Addie digs back in. Fouled back, falls down to the count now, 1-2. Brady Chambers on deck. Last time Addie was up, she had a triple and then scored a run.
Yeah, she ripped it down the line.
Yeah.
Maybe she can start that again.
This is the part of the order that has really done some damage tonight. And there it is. That's a base hit to center field. A one-hopper to the center fielder, and she's able to stand up at first. So great play, great hit. Ayanna Clark with the throw to first base. But that puts Addie McKee at first. So, she's 2 for 3 tonight. Addie has had a strong night tonight. Brady Chambers as well, doubled in the first, tripled in the third, and now up here in the fifth with a runner on. Ball outside. Brady also had, I think, one of the strangest plays tonight I've ever seen. There's a ball hit, foul tipped. Is it in fair territory? The catcher can't make it. It falls off her glove in foul territory behind the plate. But Brady's play at third base when the broken bat came out her direction at the same time as the ball, and she had to make a choice.
Yep.
I have not seen that very often.
Brady's got by with one there. Missed opportunity for the Lakers there, and just see if Brady makes him pay for it.
Yeah, 1-1. One runner on, 1 out. There she hits it foul on the right field line. 2 foul balls in a row. One and 2. Piper Bland is on deck. Yeah, McKee, Chambers, Bland, they have been, ball inside. Have really come through tonight. Miners have a 4-2 lead on the Team Ortho scoreboard if you're just joining us. We are in the bottom of the 5th. 1 runner on, 1 out. 2-2 count at the plate. Briley Wilson. Ball hit right back to her. She puts a glove on it to knock it down, but can't make the throw. Everybody's safe. Runners at first and second.
Addie McKee saw that ball tipped off that glove going to 2 and knew she had to take that option away. She ran that out really hard. Runners on first and second. 1 out.
And Piper Bland steps in. She had a single in the first, then a fly out in the third. She steps in here with 2 runners on and 1 out. Ball outside. Addie Ward is on deck. Pitch, ball outside. 2-0. So far, it doesn't look like Briley Wilson is keeping much eye on the base runners at all. She's just focused on the plate.
Gilbert does a good job of getting the ball back really quick. Kind of takes that option away from him.
There's a ball that gets by Gilbert, the catcher. Nothing she could do there. Runners will round at second and third, respectively. Abby McKee to third, Brady Chambers to second. And for Piper Bland, she's up in the count 3-0. The Miners have a real threat brewing here. Briley Wilson, the freshman, coming on in relief for the Lakers. Throws a strong strike. Three and 1. Addie Ward is on deck. Ball high. That's going to load him up.
Good job by Piper not chasing something there.
1 out. Addie Ward will come to the plate. Abby McKee is on deck. Now, Addie has gotten, she's connected here, grounded out in the first, and had a fly ball out in the third. And she's up here now in the 5th with the bases loaded, 1 out. Ball hit high to right field. Could be a tag. An easy catch there for the play. Runner will come from third to score. Chambers will go to third. So we have runners at the corners and an RBI sacrifice for Addie Ward.
Next up for the Miners, number 22, Abby McKee.
So that puts Piper Bland at first. Brady Chambers. Now she's at third, right?
Brady's at third. Got Piper at 2 now.
Piper just stole the base.
Abby McKee is at the plate. 0-1 count. Abby digs in. There's a ball, close. Puts the count at 1-1. Abby walked and was stranded in the second. And then walked again in the fourth. Swing and a miss. Down in the count here, 1-2, with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Miners have already fortunate enough to get 1 run in here in this inning. Here's a ball outside. Evens the count up at 2-2. Stroke of the bat here, and the Miners might get 2 more. We'll see. Briley Wilson, the right-hander. Swing and a foul back. 2-2. The count will remain. Piper Bland at second. Brady Chambers at third. Briley Wilson with a pitch.
Nice.
Ball laced to center field, the right field alley. It's going to go all the way to the fence. 2-run score, and we're going to have a stand-up double for Abby McKee.
Great hit.
Chambers scores from third. Bland scores from second. Third run of the inning on the Team Ortho scoreboard, and it's 7-2 Miners.
Got a change here. Adrian Russell coming in.
Next up for the Miners, number 32, Adrian Russell.
Adrian Russell stepping up here. Let's talk a little bit about Adrian Russell, number 32, a sophomore, stepping up here for Bella Franklin.
I believe it'll be her first at-bat on varsity this year, so good little player.
Adrian Russell,
Go, Adrian.
sophomore, stepping in for Bella Franklin here. One runner in scoring position at second, 2 outs, 7-2 Miners. Near the ball, going to third, got a stolen base. Throw was not in time, and Abby McKee is standing now at third. 1-0 the count at the plate. Adrian Russell waiting on the pitch. Called strike. 1-1 for Adrian. Olivia McKee on deck. Swing and a miss. It was a good pitch and a good swing, just didn't connect. Pitch, another swing and a miss. Adrian Russell goes down with a Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home strikeout to end the inning. So the Miners strand 1, but they score 3 to lead on the Team Ortho scoreboard, 7-2 as we go now to the top of the 6th. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Call Brock Anderson Construction for your home repair and building. With over 25 years experience in the construction field, he'll strive to have you come home to quality. Call 812-798-5583. Go Miners.
City Linton employees are dedicated to providing the best and most reliable utility service, security, and safety for its families and students. As the new mayor, I agree with the sign, "You'll like Linton." But you'll really love our Miners.
Welcome back as we go to the top of the 6th inning. We have hitters 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup for Shakamak. Cameron Byrne, Briley Wilson, and Adelise Varner will be up for the Lakers. And, of course, if any of you did not realize, shorts weather has arrived. Have a lot of fans here tonight in shorts. It's nice to see. Finally getting some weather that's conducive to softball and to baseball, and to track and to tennis and all the other spring sports.
And taking the top off the Jeep. That's coming.
Did you today?
No, not yet, but I'm thinking about it. Too much of that wet stuff still hanging around, so.
Cameron Byrne will be stepping in here. Cameron walked in the 2nd and had a pop-up in the 4th, and now up here in the top of the 6th. Stanton's pitch, low for ball 1. If you're just joining us, the scoring rundown, the Lakers scored first, 1 in the top of the 1st. Miners battled back with 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st. And then in the 3rd, there's another pitch. That one's low, 2-0. It was a run for the Lakers in the top of the 3rd, and the Miners battled back with 2, take a 4-2 lead. And the Miners had 3 more in the bottom of the 5th to lead 7-2 on the Team Ortho scoreboard. There's a ball wrapped foul on the first base line. 2-1 now the count.
I saw where Shakamak had their junior senior prom this past weekend. So this week it's Linton's turn. And as always, we'll keep you updated.
There's a ball fouled out of play.
We'll keep everyone updated on that. Prom time, prom locations, and be resharing the agenda for the weekend a little closer to Friday of this week.
And we'll be carrying Grand March, right?
We are.
So that'll be kind of, hear all the oohs and ahs when the people see the dresses that girls are wearing. There's a ball popped up, shallow right field, coming in to make the play. It's a great play out there. I believe that's Olivia McKee, isn't it? Yeah, number 30. Olivia McKee making the catch.
Next up for the Lakers, the pitcher, number 15, Riley Wilton.
I had the opportunity to talk to the golf team last night when I took some pictures for some promotional videos, and all 6 of them are very excited for prom this weekend.
Well, they should be. Briley Wilson, the left fielder, stepping up. It's a ball high, 1-0. Dara Pilin's telling us what? We won't recognize them when on prom Grand March night?
I've seen some people sharing some sneak peeks of their dresses on TikTok and
oh my, we have sneak peeks, do we?
In Instagram. Well, they're just taking little pictures of the colors of their dress, so they're pretty excited about that.
There's a called strike, 1-2.
I'm kind of excited. I don't have to buy one again this year.
Greg, you get as old as I am. I'm trying to remember my girls' proms. No, I can remember. I can remember. Pleasant memories. 2-2 the count.
It's kind of winding down once Saturday gets here and Sunday post-prom then. Only
We're
a couple
not
weeks
carrying
left.
post-prom, are we?
Well, we were not invited to go to Kings Island.
Good.
Live,
3-2 the count.
Live stream that one from the Diamondback.
Yeah.
3-2 with 1 out. There's the pitch. Ball high. Ball 4.
They're just velocity still there. She's just missing a little bit on her control there. Missed those last 2 high. Wilson did a good job of not chasing.
And that brings up Adelise Varner, who started at pitcher and then shifted to left field earlier tonight. She struck out of the first, grounded out on the 4th. It's kind of an off-speed pitch, a little high and inside, 1-0. Seven to 2 on the Team Ortho scoreboard. The Miners with a comfortable lead here in the top of the 6th. There's a ball popped up on the infield. Maylee Pilot makes the catch.
Next up for the Lakers, number 8, Maddie Kennett.
So that's 2 outs and 1 runner on. And we go to the top of the order. Madeline Kennett. 3 for 3 tonight. There's a ball hit to the second baseman. And Pilot makes the play unassisted. Great move to her left in order to, and that momentum took her right to the bag for the unassisted play.
Great job there.
So 1 runner left. No runs in, and we go now to the bottom of the 6th on the Team Ortho scoreboard, and the score remains 7-2 Miners. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Anna, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Please.
Yes, ma'am. Briley Wilson is still our pitcher here, the freshman, who really has performed valiantly tonight. Miners have just had some Good connections at the plate.
Up first for the Miners, number
Olivia
30,
McKee, number 30, the right fielder, steps in. She struck out in the second and struck out again in the fourth. She steps in here and takes ball one. Olivia McKee, Ashlyn Tatlock on deck, and Molly Pilot are the three hitters. The scheduled hitters that we should see this inning. There's a strong pitch for a strike.
See us continue to stay hot here. Done a good job of pitch selection. Hopefully we can continue to build on that. Good cut
Fouled
there.
out of play. McKee digs back in. Oh, I was about to call ball outside, but that was a Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Service 3-pitch strikeout. And that takes us now to the bottom of the order to number 9, Ashlyn Tatlock.
11, Ashlyn Tatlock.
One out. Pilot on deck. Ashlyn digs in. Ball outside. Miners 2-1 in the conference. 4-6 overall. Looking for win number 5. Swing and a miss, little behind that one. 1-1. Well, you're right, Greg. And you look a little closer to the parked cars, there's a ball 2. And they're almost 2 or 3 deep over there.
Yeah.
Whereas as you string along over to the right field, it's only one row.
Yeah, they'll start moving that way as it gets cooler.
2-1 the count. Oh, I was going to call ball outside again, but no. 2-2 the count now on Ashlyn Tatlock. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count at the plate. Briley Wilson with a windup in the pitch. Fouled back. Briley Wilson taking her time here. The windup in the pitch.
Good eye.
Ball 3. Full count. Here's the windup and the delivery. Ball low. Ashlyn Tatlock will round it first. One runner on, and Melee Pilot stepping to the plate.
To the plate, number 14, Melee Pilot.
Melee grounded out in the first inning, but then had 2 strong hits in the third and the fifth, but both right, one to left field, one to center field.
Good at bat by Ashlyn, working that back to a full count and then drawing
There's a
the
ball
walk
out
out of that.
Yeah, good eye there. 1-0, one runner on. It's nice to see Melee back in there. Was it a pulled hamstring or something that she had earlier? There's a ball hit over to shortstop. They're going to make the tag there at second and then make the throw at first, and so they pull the double play. And that will end the inning. So no hits. That's not right. We had
a ball.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Walk.
We had a walk. No hits, no runs, no errors. We go now to the top of the 7th inning, and the Miners still lead on the Team Ortho scoreboard, 7-2. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
We take pride in our funeral homes and value the friendships we've made for over 100 years. It's those friendships that make us work hard to be the best. You have my personal guarantee that we will always strive to earn your trust.
Welcome back now. We go to the top of the 7th inning for the Shakamak Lakers. We're going to see hitters 2, 3, and 4 on the lineup. That's Ewers, Hill, and Gilbert.
We do want to remind everyone that at the end of game play, we want you to stay tuned to the Stanger Homes post-game show where we will do a recap of tonight's game as well as invite Coach Beth Werns to the Minor Tower for game wrap-up.
Always enjoy our interviews with her. She seems like such a straight shooter when you get her up here. She just calls it like she sees it. Ewers steps in here. Here's the pitch outside. 1-0. The Lakers are going to have to get 5 to tie it, 6 to make the bottom of the 7th viable. Oh my, I thought that was a strike. It's
pretty good pitch.
2-0.
They're not going to chase. They're going to be selective.
Well, they need base runners.
They need runners.
Claire Stanton's pitch. Ball hit into fair territory, then winding foul, but it will be a single. Winding in foul territory, I should say, but it's definitely a fair ball. She's on with a single.
It wasn't a bad pitch. She did a good job hitting that.
Yep.
It was kind of in and low. Jama adjusted and took that about the only place you could have took that pitch.
So Jama Hill is on at first, or Ewers is on at first. Madeline, what? Madeline
Hill.
Yeah.
She's another one with a lot of power. She's just missed a few here, so you certainly
steps in here.
Need to be careful here.
Yeah, one runner on. There's the ball in the dirt. Runner will advance to second. So runner in scoring position now. Ewers at second. 2-0 count on Hill. Abigail Gilbert on deck. But right now, Madeline Hill. It's a ground ball to shortstop. They make the play and then throw it over to third base. Oh, I thought they had her on the. I thought they had her.
Really, really close. I think he was blocked a little bit.
I think he was. The play was in front of him.
Slide, but it was close. Great throw by Abby McKee over to 3 there after we get the out. And
so the runner goes to third in scoring position, 1 out.
Coach is going to
ask
here and see if the home plate umpire saw something different.
They're taking a moment out to discuss it. It definitely was a close bang-bang play, but at least from my perspective, it looked like they got her. It looked like she slid into the glove. But we'll see. Yep, that's the call. That is the call. So, now of course Coach Ewers wanting to know the explanation here. That is what it looked like. Great throw. Brady didn't even really have to move her glove.
No, it just received it. It was on her. Like I said, it was a bang-bang play.
Gilbert stepping up here. 2 outs, nobody on, ball outside. Clark on deck. Lakers trail 7-2. There's the pitch by Stanton, swing and a miss. 1-1 to Abigail Gilbert. Clark on deck. There's the pitch, a little high. 2-1. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens it out at 2-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. The Miners one swing away or a called strike away from chalking this one up in the win column. And there it is, the Welch and Cornett Walton Funeral Home strikeout to end the inning. And so the final score is 7-2 on the Team Ortho scoreboard. Miners defeating the Shakamak Lakers tonight. The Lakers drop to 1-10 and 1-2 in the conference. The Miners go to 3-1 in the conference and 5-6 overall. We'll be back to discuss it on the Stanger Homes post-game show when we return. This is Rader Media Sports, home of the Miners.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell a home, the opportunity is better than ever. Take advantage of the falling interest rates. Real estate provides the highest returns, the greatest values, and the least risk. The best investment opportunity will not fit into a safe deposit box, but you can live in it. Go with a tradition of trust. When you are ready to buy or sell, call me, Michelle Stanger at Stanger Homes, 812-219-2307, and start packing.
We're very patient focused. We care about you as a person. You're not just a number or an insurance card. We really do care about getting you better.
We do provide such a tight-knit group of providers and staff, people that they live in the community with who are invested in their care.
They get good service, they get timely service, they get providers that are well-trained, and they're going to get taken care of.
So welcome back to the Stanger Homes post-game show as Linton ends up winning this one 7-2. It was close most of the way until really the 5th inning, Greg, when the Miners came up with those 3 runs and kind of powered their way and put this one to bed.
Yeah, they finally, took advantage of some opportunities and strung some hits together there and made some things happen. And it was a good win, good conference win. A lot to be thankful for, and things that we're looking for. A plate approach was much better tonight. A lot of little stuff that shows up and is success that we've not been doing. So it was good to see that tonight. And, with Shakamak, Shakamak's close. They've got a lot of talent there. The pitching's good. I think when Coach Ewers looks back at the book and looks, they had a lot of opportunities, left base runners on and missed some opportunities there that they'll get better at taking advantage of as well.
I have to think, as I just look at the back at the scorebook, Addie McKee with a triple scored, and then in the 5th inning, a single and scored. Brady Chambers walked in the 1st, tripled in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th and scored all 3 times. Piper Bland singled and scored, then walked and scored in the 5th. There was just strong play at the plate in that middle of the lineup tonight.
Yeah. We had some well-hit balls tonight, even some of the balls that were outs in the outfield. Bella had a really nice hit there first time up to bat, just happened to be caught. So a lot better overall, again, in terms of seeing balls fly off the bat. So we was pretty tickled to see that.
My first most important question will be, did you walk or did you run?
Oh, I walked.
Good, so we can start right away. Yeah. Otherwise, I was going to go to a break. Coach, congratulations. A great win tonight.
Yeah, that was a really nice win. We had told them after the game, some good defensive plays. We had a really good approach at the plate, I thought. Had, some good aggressive and smart base running all the way around. Our communication was a lot better too.
Great defensive play. Of course, I think of the double play.
Double play on a bunt.
That got you out. Yeah, it was great.
Bless him. But Brady was all over. The minute she squared, Brady got in there, and again, being aware of what's on the bases. Is it somebody super fast or somebody you think you can get, and take a look, and then Bella turned her end of it very nicely, and so not very often you get the double play on a sacrifice attempt.
I saw the strangest play I think I've ever seen, where the bat flies toward third base just behind the ball, and Brady had to make a choice.
Yeah, it was a half a bat.
That's
like, it wasn't her
half
whole,
a bat, right.
Yeah, it was the top half broke off. I've not seen that. And Brady wasn't sure what to do. The ball was laying there on the ground. She's just standing there looking at it, and I'm sure it was disconcerting seeing that out of the corner of your eye. So
trying to figure out which is going to get to you first, the ball or the bat.
Yeah.
But Brady, look, I mean, again, a lot of kids, I hate to, but Addie McKee with a triple and scored, got a single and scored. Brady steps up, walks in the first, triples in the third, and then singles and scores 3 times. And then Piper Bland had a good night, scored a couple of times. I mean, it was really, when you needed it, they came through tonight.
Yeah. And the other night at North Davies, we had 10 hits against North Davies. Couldn't score a run. Couldn't string hits together. Left 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 on base several times. And tonight it was that, like you said, it was the other thing at North Davies is there was 1 double and the rest of them were singles. And tonight we were gapping it a little bit more, getting extra base hits, driving people in. So it was, and again, that hitting gets contagious and it gets more energy in the dugout, and then they walk up there believing, hey, I can do that too. So it's a kind of a snowball effect, if you will.
And I think it was either the 5th or the 3rd, I don't remember, where I turned to Greg and I said, it was nice to see nobody left on base.
Yeah.
It was like 2 runs there and then 3 runs here. So many times we get to the back of the end of the inning and it's like 2 runners left or 3 runners left, but not tonight. They cleared them off.
Right. And again, even when we weren't getting hits, I felt like we had some good at-bats. We battled, with 2 strikes and still put it in play a few times. Even on a couple of strikeouts, I felt like we still, took a good approach, had a good at-bat, just missed. I feel a lot better about our world when we take that approach.
Well, I thought tonight, too, Claire didn't have one of her best outings, but the team behind her battled back. I mean, they were there for her through the whole way.
Yeah.
And it really bailed her out at times, but also, propelled you to a win.
Yeah. And I'll have to go back and look at the numbers. There were a lot of times she actually jumped out and got ahead of people, and then would fall behind. It wasn't
they
like
battled back.
Yeah, it wasn't
they
like
were
she
tenacious
started out.
At the plate.
Yeah, it wasn't like she started out behind. So she was, like you said, she was a little off, but she was, again, battling her way through it. And
and she won 7-2. So I don't want to make it sound like.
Well, like I said, when you have the offense working and you have some defense behind you, knowing you don't have your best stuff and knowing just let the defense work takes a load off the pitchers and mentally and emotionally.
Greg had a great observation on the double play when he came out and said, now will we see this momentum carry over? And it did.
Yes. And again, a lot of energy right after that. They're all in there high-fiving each other and things of that nature. And even on there was one where, Claire went to get it, and it would have been a tough play, and picked it up, tried to throw to first. It was kind of behind her there, or off her glove.
Yeah.
And didn't quite get the girl. Bella's over there smacking her, on the backside with her glove, saying, hey, that's all right, we got you. And that stuff goes a long way.
Yeah, that plate approach you talked about, I know we've been looking for it, but tonight I felt like they didn't chase pitches out of the zone.
Right.
And again, I think you start seeing balls fly off the bat then, and it was a good win, especially when you don't have, like I said, Claire's pitched really, really well, and she wasn't bad tonight at all, but to know that she didn't have her best stuff,
right,
and you guys were able to make it happen.
Yeah, and like I said, she may.
And she's still
I'm sorry.
out there.
I'm watching whatever is going on out there.
Claire is still out there.
Yeah, I was taking care of that's her
landscaping.
Well, yeah. That's her area. She needs to take care of it.
Right.
Take care of your home.
I mean, it's not enough you win 7-2 and throw it. Then you're doing the landscaping out there and making.
And Brady Chambers is having a water fight.
Yeah, Brady Chambers.
Is that what's going on?
Chambers has got some sort of water gun getting the coaching staff there, it looks like.
Oh, well, see, it's advantageous to come up here and see us once in a while.
Yeah. They'll probably be waiting when I get back.
What's your next one now?
At Bar Reeve tomorrow, and that'll be tough. We'll see good pitching. So again, we're going to have to take that good approach and hunt low. That same pitch we've seen her the last couple of years, and couple of years ago we saw her twice because we had a rain out late in the year and they were able to come up and play us. And, the first time that we saw her that year, we chased and all that. And then the second time, we made her bring it thigh high to us and didn't chase. And then we were in good shape the second time around, beat her. So, we're absolutely going to have to take a good approach tomorrow because we're going to see somebody that, throws good speed and spins the ball well and locates. So we'll have to have that. And then Thursday we have Eastern back here, so another conference game.
All right, Heather? I don't know what you're pointing at.
We'll be here. Oh, you'll be here.
We will be here for that ball game. Well, best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
For coming up. Congratulations tonight on a nice win, 7-2. A win is a win is a win.
Hey, all wins are good wins.
2-1 in the conference now?
3-1,
Is it
I believe.
3-1?
Yeah.
So I was off by one.
But I thought we were 2-1 coming in.
You were? Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's right, because you won tonight. So 3-1.
But, yeah, and I mean, we're still in it, because we still have to play Clay City, and if they're undefeated when we meet them, then if we can knock them off, then it's going to end up being, at worst, a three-way tie, and depending on what happens with North Davies between now and then.
Do you feel like you're hitting a stride somewhat now?
I hope so.
Your hitting's opening
up.
It
feels like we're just getting better and better. And again, I told somebody early in the year, I wasn't sure how good we'd be in April, but I thought we'd be pretty good in May.
And that's
here we are.
Yeah.
So it takes some time sometimes to get things to gel. And I was able to get Adrian Russell a little pinch hit. I know it's not much, but again, these JV kids show up and work every day, and without having a JV, they don't get very many opportunities. And got Adelia in there in the outfield late, and so it was nice to be able to at least let those kids see the field a little bit. I'd like to get them a little bit more time somewhere, but we'll have to see. So.
Coach Beth Werns, they win tonight, 7-2, the Miners over the Shakamak Lakers. It's the Stanger Homes postgame show, and great win tonight, Greg.
Yeah, yep. Always nice to win at home, always nice to win a conference, and again, something to continue to build off of for the Miners. So,
Heather, I'll turn it over to you.
Well, we thank everyone, as always, for watching on the Indiana High School Athletic Association Champions Network, as well as Facebook Live this evening. As always, stay up to date on our Facebook page because every single day we post where the Miners are going to be, and that's softball, baseball, track, golf, and tennis. So be sure to give those ladies and gentlemen that are participating in spring sports shout outs on our Facebook page as well. We will be live streaming prom on Saturday, and that's after we live stream the baseball game versus Eastern. So Saturday is going to be a very busy day for Rader Media Sports. And
is that Grand March Day?
That is Grand March Day. So in the morning we have a baseball game, and then in the evening we have Grand March. And next week we have 4 games, I think, scheduled, and then a Saturday game as well. So it will be a very busy week next week. We will be applying for sectionals for both softball and baseball, and we'll keep you updated on that as well. And we thank all of our sponsors that have given us the entrustment to be able to promote your business during not only baseball and softball season, but football, volleyball, and basketball as well. So I'm going to sign us off here for Greg Elliott, Kevin Rader, and myself.